Episode 2. New packaging. There is a certain kind of man who only appears properly in spring. Not new. Just reintroduced, better lit, better timed. More polished in a way that makes women mistake familiarity for progress. He texts properly. He books things in advance. He says he has been thinking about you in a tone that does not immediately sound like a warning. And if you have done enough work on yourself over winter, he can start to feel like proof that the work is working. That was the stage Lola was in now, the dangerous one. The one where a woman begins choosing her words more carefully because she has already started protecting something. By late morning, over coffee and soft sunlight, the conversation turned to him. Roxy wanted to know when they were meeting him. Lola immediately objected to the tone of the question, though nobody had asked it in any particularly dangerous way. Celine said she was not being interrogative, only observational. Anaya, still hoping for the best in a way that only soft women can manage without embarrassment, simply asked what he was like. Lola paused before answering. That was the first sign. He is clear, she said. Celine repeated the word back like she was testing it for weakness. Clear was interesting. Roxy thought clear sounded sexy. Anaya said clear was rare. Celine, who trusted patterns more than language, said clear was usually temporary. Lola smiled anyway. Later, in a boutique full of mirrors and soft lighting, they continued in the way women do when they are talking about one subject through 5 others. Anaya held up a dress and asked if it was too much. Celine asked for what? Anaya, with perfect sincerity, said for everything. Celine replied that there was no such thing as too much, only wrong context. Roxy added that there was also such a thing as the wrong man. Lola shut that down immediately, accusing her of projecting before she had even really started. Roxy raised an eyebrow and let it go, for now. You can tell how serious something is by how carefully someone describes it. When a woman starts editing her language in real time, she is already invested. Iris knew that before anybody else did. She knew it walking alone through the city in sharp tailoring, phone in hand, when Lola messaged to say he might come tonight. Iris typed something, stopped, deleted it, and locked her phone. That was the thing about Iris. She always knew the right thing to say. She just did not always believe in saying it early. By evening, the group had arranged themselves into the sort of setting that makes all uncertainty look expensive. A gallery opening, white walls, soft music, glass and chrome, and women who looked as if they had planned this exact shade of restraint. Lola was different now, slightly more alert, slightly more aware of herself in space. That particular kind of self-consciousness that only appears when a woman is waiting for somebody specific to enter a room. And then, he did. He was well dressed in the way men are when they know they do not need to be noticed twice. Calm, measured, not flashy. He greeted Lola first, naturally, and then the group with enough confidence to suggest he was used to women watching him before speaking. Roxy called it dangerous. He smiled without rising to it. Celine watched him carefully. Anaya smiled politely. May greeted him warmly. Iris gave him a nod and gave away nothing. At first, he fit. That was the trouble. He was attentive, articulate, present in the way men often are when they have learned the performance of presence. But the longer he spoke, the more obvious it became that he never quite answered anything directly. When Celine asked what he did, he said a bit of everything. Celine said that usually meant nothing specific. He smiled and reframed it as everything at once. When Roxy asked how he knew Lola, he said they met at the right time, which was exactly the kind of answer women mistake for depth when it is really just flattering vagueness in a better coat. Lola smiled at that one. Iris noticed. Anaya asked whether he lived here. He said sometimes. May looked at him more closely after that. The second lie of spring is more subtle than the first. It does not sound like a lie. It sounds like possibility. At one point, Lola stepped away to take a call, and the group was briefly left with him alone. He watched her leave, but only just enough to register. Roxy leaned in and asked what his intentions were. May tried to stop her, though not especially hard. He said that was a big question. Roxy, who had never respected the hierarchy between small and large questions when she wanted an answer, said it was a normal one. After a pause that lasted a little too long, he said he liked where things were. Celine looked down at her glass. When Lola came back, he simply told her she was fine and never asked who had called. Iris noticed that too. Later, as the evening wore on, Lola laughed more easily, leaned in a little further, and softened in the way women do when they have already decided to trust the feeling of something before the facts of it are in place. He, meanwhile, stayed exactly the same, relaxed, comfortable, unmoved. There is a difference between someone who is clear and someone who feels clear. One is intention, the other is interpretation. Outside on the pavement again, the group performed their usual post-event debrief with coats on and opinions arranged carefully enough to pass as casual. Roxy said she liked him. Celine said of course she did. Anaya thought he seemed nice. May, more precise, said he seemed measured. Lola agreed. There was a pause after that, and all eyes shifted, very subtly, to Iris. "What do you think?" Roxy asked. Iris looked at Lola, then at him, then back at Lola. "He is consistent," she said. Lola smiled at that, relieved. And that was the problem, because consistency can look like safety. It can also look like distance, and at the beginning, they were the same thing.